Hello, we have Mark Westergaard with Cigna with us today. He's the client service executive with Cigna that serves MEUHP. Hello, Mark.
Good morning, Mark. How are you doing?
Doing great. So
Thanks.
tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with MEUHP and Forrest T. Jones.
Okay. My name is Mark Westergaard. I've been with Cigna for 17 years, and I have been on the MEUHP account since they came to Cigna, which was back on July 1st of 2017. I was part of the initial group that sold the account and then actually helped install the account. So back in January is when we started, helped build all the plans, went through the whole process. We implemented it, had everything ready to go January 1st of 2017. I'm also an integral part on the day-to-day business and integral part on the renewal that happens, which we are going through a renewal process right now as we speak, working with FTJ on a daily basis, making sure we get all those summaries and SBCs ready for you for open enrollment. I've also worked daily with Ken and the FTJ team, going through all of the medical HSA plans. I do copay plans. I do the dental. I do the pharmacy. I do all your claims, eligibility issues. I mean, I'm kind of like a one-stop shop for MEUHP on a daily basis. I know we always advise members to contact customer service first, because customer service can handle, I want to say, 95% of the issues, and then they call you back once the issue's done. However, there are those items that customer service can handle or become very escalated because providers are involved or collections. We want to make sure that we take you out of the middle. So if you contact FTJ, then they reach directly out to me, or if Ken hears about it, he reaches out to me directly as well. And then I give them a time frame for what's going to happen, and we take care of everything. If we have to outreach providers, we have to outreach the member, if we have to outreach collection agencies, we will keep you out of the middle to get your issue resolved.
Sounds good, Mark. And the renewal is very important due to the timing issue. And one thing that we've had very good experience with Cigna is getting the ID cards out before July 1st. So we appreciate your hard work and helping facilitate those new ID cards. What about new groups that come on? What's your role when a new group comes on as far as coordinating like deductibles and out-of-pocket credit?
Yep. So with the new groups that do come on, I know we make sure we get the SBCs and everything ready for their open enrollment. But when a new group comes on, because it is a mid-year based on the plan years for MEUHP, we do what we call a history load. So basically, there's a report that is received from the prior carrier, and I load the deductible amount and coinsurance amount that they met on the prior carrier. And then we also, go through and we make sure that it's loaded in the system. We test a claim to make sure that it applies correctly. So when they do come on, there are some people that, unfortunately, they've had medical expenses that they've met their deductible or gotten really close to it. We want to make sure they get credit for it and they're not over applied at Cigna. Right. So we test the system and we get that file feed. And then there's also, if someone has a claim that's in the very last part of their year with the prior carrier, they can also send over EOBs and we can manually load that individual so they're not over applied as well.
Very good. I know that we're on weekly calls together, so I hear discussions about your investigations on large claims, and I also see the reports that you provide on top 10 claims and pending claims report. How do you see your interaction with Ken Cook and MEUHP as far as trying to help MEUHP save money on claims and make sure that claims are paid correctly?
Nope, definitely. And that's something I work with on a regular basis with Ken and provide with the FTJ team. We do a pending claim report, which basically shows all claims that have been sent in and are going through the process of being handled through Cigna. That gives Ken an idea of the dollar amounts that are possibly going to be paid out, so he can prepare ahead of time for that. But it also allows them to show that, okay, well, we've got a claim that's, bill charges over $200,000. Cigna has a separate process that we do for high dollar claims to work with the providers and their contract, but we also make sure that the claim is billed correctly. We make sure that the medical necessity is approved. There's an authorization on file. So there's extra steps for that. And providing that report to FTJ and Ken allows him to have a peace of mind that, yep, this extra step is being taken, and he can see what claims they're for. In addition, if he has any questions, he can reach out to me. I have access to the authorization area, the diagnosis area, what CPT codes were billed, so we can see what type of hospital they were at, make sure that everything is on the up and up when we process the claim. And there are some people that have regular claims that are on this high dollar thing. So I can work with Ken and our clinical staff, and we can provide upgraded kind of diagnoses, or if they're going to have additional claims maybe coming on, that he can help prepare for as well.
Right.
We also go through a top 10 claim issue and figure out exactly the same type of situations. And during this period of time with COVID, we're able to find those COVID claims and make sure that those people get 100% coverage when they go home and discharge. One example was we had a lady go home and she was discharged, but she had to have oxygen for 3 months. And then there was an issue with the oxygen claims. So that's where I became involved. We'd worked with our authorization team. We worked with the member. We took her completely out of the middle. We had all of her claims readjusted, reached out to the provider, told them not to bill anymore, and gave them copies of the EOBs that we paid at 100%. So we're able to take that extra step, almost like looking in the crystal ball and taking care of it before it becomes either a financial issue for them, or if they have to actually reach out because they're going to collections or something like that. Right. So we definitely take the time to get ahead of issues.
So what I'm hearing from you is that MEUHP is a self-funded program. The member premiums help fund claims, and any claim dollar saved helps keep premiums more stable for the future. And between what Ken does and MEUHP and what you and Cigna do, you're looking after the members from a fiduciary level and making sure that the claims that are paid correctly. And also, if members are entitled to benefits, that's what the MEUHP is all about, is in helping members receive the appropriate care in the appropriate setting so that they can live better lives. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yes, that is correct. And we have separate programs set up for people. We have case managers set up that will help make sure that if someone has a very complex case or diagnosis, we have a claim manager and a contact manager that will reach out to them, work with the family, make sure that the doctors are doing the correct stuff, also make sure that the correct discounts are being taken, but also take care of the member. Ask those additional questions that a doctor may not be answering for them, or if they have, specific questions. The other thing is too, we look at all different kinds of claims and processes and the benefits, and we ensure that everything is being handled correctly. There are other items too that we keep track of that even during the open enrollment period of time, and we do this benefit thing, we will provide that, we've had a few members call in about a particular benefit that may not be offered right now. Is this an example of something you may want to cover in the future? So we look at aspects all the way around for it, working with everything. And I work with Ken on quite a few issues that are brought to us and provide him the extra details that he can help make decisions on.
Well, we all appreciate the level of detail that Ken goes through on the finances to help MEUHP be as solid a program as it can be. And the last thing that I would just say is that healthcare is complicated. There's a lot of layers. It's very expensive. So it's great to have a team that you can rely on, your Forrest T. Jones representatives, your Cigna customer service, and if need be, the expert like we have in Mark Westergaard with Cigna. And so with that, I'll just say thanks, Mark, for joining us today for the MEUHP annual meeting and giving an overview of what you do on behalf of MEUHP members and Cigna. And is there any final thoughts that you have before we conclude this interview?
I just want to say thank you. I look forward to our continued partnership, friendship for many years to come. Stay healthy, keep your family healthy, use your medical and dental wellness benefits. Always use a contractor provider, and don't wait. If you get a bill, it doesn't match your EOB. If you have a question, if something comes up, call Cigna customer service, because we can answer that and put you on the right track and make sure that stuff is handled correctly. Or if you have to call FTJ, they will reach out to me and we will take care of it as well. So thank you again, everyone, for your time, and take care.
Okay, thanks, Mark. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.